Holiday time is once again in full swing at the merriest place on earth. Covered in festive decor that adds to the park's ever-enduring charm. Even its characters are always part of this too. Not so sure about Captain Hook.
Hello, Captain!
Or Gaston for that matter.
You're welcome. The pleasure was all yours. Yes, it is I. Come. Peak on perfection.
Seatbelt fast.
Hi there. Can you see a little bit of this? I know, right? Amazing.
An always outstanding example of this ornamentation is Sleeping Beauty Castle, now adorned with crystal lights and snow, finally replacing the remainder of its 60th anniversary decorations. Looking quite lovely during the day and lit at night. Main Street USA's Christmas tree is always popular with guests taking their holiday pictures. Garland and other decorations are also up on its Opera House. Wherein the lobby received an update of its own.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Labeled yesterday,
Finally come true. And to
today,
celebrate, ABC organized the biggest live telecast
and
in history.
tomorrow.
Some of the most famous stars
This
in
display
Hollywood, including host Art Lynn.
highlights previous enhancements
Hello, Franco. Who's
and
that?
others
Sammy Davis.
presently under construction.
Sammy, Bob Cummings, Ronnie Reagan. Come on in.
He could board a mine train or pack mule to explore nature's wonderland.
One being the biggest expansion in the park's history, commonly referred to as Star Wars Land. As the weeks and months of construction roll on, these 14 acres are finally beginning to take shape. Some backstage buildings are going up in this massive construction zone. And these large walls outline the path that the rerouted Rivers of America will be taking after this project's completion. Also in progress is foundation work for many of its show buildings. Rock formations can also be seen there and over by Big Thunder Trail as well. The elevated trestle by the waterfalls that the Disneyland Railroad will travel over is clearly visible past the Haunted Mansion. Infrastructure and support changes to Fantasmic are moving along nicely upon the rivers of America, where this construction crane and scrim have been placed in front of its central stage after a recent repainting. This October, Jack Skellington received a new meet and greet location next to Port Royal Curious and Curiosities right here in New Orleans Square.
I'm already dead. Sorry. Who are you? Dana, nice to meet you. Who are you?
This set's design is reminiscent of the Tim Burton film, The Nightmare Before Christmas, an appropriate setting for an audience with the Pumpkin King himself.
And congratulations on this year's addition to the Haunted Mansion.
Thank you very much. We're very excited to see Sally join us in the cemetery.
Oh yes, I love that everything's Sally themed.
Everything Sally. Me too. That's funny. We share that common thread, if you will.
The gingerbread house, the gingerbread house, and the new animatronics figure of her in the graveyard scene.
Love it. It's
Love
so
it too.
nice. And that gingerbread smell. Oh, I can't wait till it spoils and rots so we can eat it. It's my favorite part.
Yes, it's great. Yep, and I look forward to next year's editions.
Me as well. It's always a secret with Sally, you know. She never tells me. She always just does it and then surprises me with it.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you, Jack.
Thank you very much, Ron. Have a horrible Halloween.
And we will.
Toodle boom.
Speaking of the Haunted Mansion, hillside tombstones honoring the Imagineers who created the attraction are again in place. They disappeared back in 2001 when the Nightmare Before Christmas overlay began. Not only did these originals return, but brand new ones, dedicated to the Imagineers, who restored them all. Over in Tomorrowland, a familiar foe has returned to the Star Wars launch bay. He, being the Dark Lord of the Sith himself, Darth Vader. As a promotion for Rogue One, a Star Wars story.
He would like to take some video of you.
As you wish. There is loyalty in you, an admirable trait. Ensure that it is not misplaced.
Thank you, Lord
You may
Vader.
go.
Okay.
When your time comes to serve the Empire, we will find you.
Thank you, Lord Vader.
Here in Hollywoodland, a portal has opened at the Sunset Showcase Theater, allowing guests to catch a sneak peek of the recently released Marvel film, Doctor Strange. Inside, guests are able to experience his magical powers in this 10-minute preview. Available for viewing in the lobby is the Sorcerer Supreme's costume. Worn by Benedict Cumberbatch. Over in A Bug's Land, its Bug's Life Theater is also home to a sneak peek of its own, featuring a 3D presentation of the Disney Animation Studios' next animated feature, Moana. Showing guests extended scenes from the film through the use of in-theater effects. Moana opens in theaters on November 23rd. Maui. That's a name I've heard somewhere in the resort before. Oh yeah, one of the tiki gods, represented here. In the enchanted Tiki Room Garden. The special celebration leading up to the final checkout of the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror is still underway, enabling a trip through the fifth dimension like never before. The attraction begins like normal, with Rod Serling himself retelling the tragedy of the Hollywood Tower Hotel.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound. A dimension of sight. A dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You just crossed over into the Twilight Zone. Hollywood, 1939. Amid the glitz and the glitter of a bustling young movie town at the height of its golden age, the Hollywood Tower Hotel was a star in its own right, a beacon for the show business elite. Now, something is about to happen that will change all that. The time is now, on an evening very much like the one we have just witnessed. Tonight's story in the Twilight Zone is somewhat unique and calls for a different kind of introduction. This, as you may recognize, is a maintenance service elevator, still in operation, waiting for you. We invite you, if you dare, to step aboard, because in tonight's episode, you are the star, and this elevator travels directly to the Twilight Zone.
May I have row number 4, please?
After boarding the maintenance service elevators, and the doors open for the first time,
About to take the strangest journey of your lives. Your destination unknown, but this much is clear. A reservation has been made in your name for an extended stay.
everything goes silent and dark.
3, 2, 1.
What happened here to dim the lights of Hollywood's brightest showplace is about to unfold once again.
Anticipation continues to build, leaving many to speculate if the ride is broken down.
One stormy night long ago, 5 people stepped through the door of an elevator and into a nightmare. That door is opening once again, but this time, it's opening for you.
Until they're caught, completely off guard. And the drops begin, without effects of any kind. This variation seems to be appreciated by guests, causing lines to swell significantly, and a great way to commemorate the Tower of Terror. So, the next time you check into a deserted hotel on the dark side of Hollywood, make sure you know just what kind of vacancy you're filling, or you may lose yourself during your next visit to the resort.
Please grab